Okay, so today I want to talk about the second most common objection. So before we talk about, I want to think about it. But now there is another one, which is a bit of a nightmare, I know. And the second most common objection is, I want to speak to my partner, right? Because whenever they say that, you don't really know what to say. You're like, oh, okay, cool. So go home, speak to your partner, then come back to me. And most of the times, obviously, they don't come back, right? Now, step number one, exactly the same thing that I was explaining to you before. So the first step is you relate and you say, look, to be honest, I completely understand. Step number two, you can say, many people today were telling me the same thing, or you can either relate to yourself. And you can say, look, to be honest, I've got a partner myself, right? And if I make a decision without speaking to my partner, I don't know, I'm gonna get in trouble. So to be honest, I feel your point. I feel you, okay? And now, step number three, fact. You need to create a picture in their mind. And how do you do that? You do the following. You say, however, let me ask you one quick question. So always say, let me ask you one quick question. What do you think your partner would say if you go home tonight and you say to your partner, look, today I got a phone in Woolies, I got a phone super discounted, a very, very good deal, and they do something called zero-bill shop, so from now on, we're always gonna pay the same price every single month. This is just an example, guys. Obviously, you know, it really depends on what you just explained to the customer before. But you ask them and you say, however, what do you think your partner would say if you go home and you say this and this and this and this? I would imagine that your partner would be pretty happy about that. Is that right? And they're gonna be, yeah, I think so. Look, I think your partner is gonna shake your hand and is gonna tell you congratulations because, you know, this is a very good deal and obviously you know it, yeah? And if they say yes, at this stage, you try to close one more time. So you go straight to the close without waiting for them to tell you, okay, cool, I wanna buy the phone now. Now, if they're okay with it, you just sign the customer. If they say once again, no, look, Patrick, to be honest, I really wanna speak to my partner, now you try to suggest a phone call. What is the phone call? Goes like this. You say, okay, cool, look, I completely understand once again. What I suggest to do is, why don't you give a quick call to your partner right now, so we can explain everything to your partner on the phone, and I'm more than happy to speak to your partner as well. And then if your partner agrees, I can give you the phone today. Now, there are two possible results. They can say, okay, cool, let's give a call to my partner right now, so you can speak directly to the person. But if once again right now they say, no, look, I really want to go home and speak to my partner, at this stage you let them go. So you don't push anymore, you set an appointment, and you say, look, tomorrow I can be available at 1 or at 5 p.m., which one is the best for you? You book an appointment, you reserve the phone, you grab the number, and you let them go. You don't push anymore. So guys, I'm gonna repeat this one more time. I wanna speak to my partner. Look, to be honest, I completely understand, right? I've got a partner myself, and let me tell you something. If I go home and I make a decision without speaking to my partner, to tell you the truth, I go in trouble. So I don't want you to get in trouble as well, right? However, let me ask you one quick question. What do you think your partner would say? And what is the name of your partner, by the way? Is Jack. Okay, always ask the name. What do you think that Jack would say if you go home tonight and you say, Jack, look, I was in Woolies today and I got this brand new phone. I didn't pay the handset because, I don't know, the handset was free, was a very good deal, and this guy offered me something called zero-bill shop. So every single month we're gonna pay the same amount of money without never being overcharged. Let me ask you, what do you think that Jack would say if you go home and you say that? Jack would probably be happy about that, yeah? Yeah, I think so. Cool. So look, my job today is very simple. I can set up the account for you. You can walk away with the phone. However, as I told you before, we need to do a quick credit check. So give me your driving license and we can do it. The customer is either gonna say yes, okay, or no. I really wanna speak to my partner. If that's the case, suggest a phone call. Okay, cool. Look, I understand. What I suggest to do right now is, why don't you give a quick call to your partner right now so we can explain everything over the phone, and if your partner say yes, today you can walk away with the phone and at least we make sure that you're not going to miss out. Now they can say yes, so you can speak to the partner on the phone, or they can say no. If they say no at this stage, you stop, you book the appointment and you let them go. Thank you very much for watching, guys.